So if you're applying to jobs right now, 10, 20, 50 jobs a day, you know what it's like. You know the rejections. You know greenhouse applications. You're applying 10 minutes later telling you you're qualified. You know there's automatic ATS problems. You know all that stuff, right? In this video, I'm not here to talk about all that. I want to tell you one key insight that I've come to realization of. And that is that these recruiters don't know anything. And since I've acknowledged the fact that they don't know anything, that has instilled and increased my confidence to not really care how I'm perceived on these calls. And since I don't care how I'm perceived on these calls, or how I answer the questions, or I don't have this constant fear of, oh, what if I get on these calls, I do these interviews flawlessly. I don't do research on a company. I don't even have a passage that I read every single day to rehearse, because a lot of times companies will ask you things like, tell me about yourself. I didn't even write that. That's just how much I don't really emphasize or put care on these interviews. And you would think that that would cost me more jobs, more interviews. I've been passing screening calls, first interviews, all the way to third interviews. I had a third interview where I didn't even know the company's parent company. They were asking me in the interview. I was like, I don't really know. I didn't do research on that part. But I did do cold calls for your offer. I tried to see if I could sell it, and I got some leads. Which one do you want? You want someone who knows your parent company, or you want someone who can show you leads? This is a quick rant. Hopefully this brought some value to you and at least let you know, or at least enabled you to think out the box and stop being fixated on these interviews. When I started out, I was a bit, not afraid, but I had fear towards not saying the right things on the calls. But after doing numerous interviews, these recruiters, they're reading things off of paper. They don't even know the questions they're asking you. You don't even know what an ICP is. You don't even know inbound, outbound marketing. You don't even know how are you going to tell me? Like, you ask the questions, and I'm going to relate to you how I feel as though. Okay? There's no care here. And not caring, not only does it make me be able to feel more comfortable on these calls, feel more more in control on these calls, but as I've already mentioned, I've been able to pass first interviews and second interviews more just by being detached from the outcome. I don't care if I get this job. I'm going to eventually get one. It might not be this, but let's talk, let's have fun, let's laugh. Completely. And I'm mentioning this to you in real time because I'm practicing myself right now. I'm detaching myself from everything. Yes, I do set down my benchmarks. I know what kind of activities I need to do every single day to get a specific outcome each single quarter, and so on and so on. I know all that stuff. I know. But after a certain point, as I've been mentioning in my previous videos, at a certain point of being in sales, you start to realize that you have control over. You have control only over so much. So why stress yourself over this? Why stress yourself over something you can't control? Do your best, and the results will come after some time. It will come regardless. It might not even come from an application you do. It might not even come. Look at my call, my call log from yesterday. Okay, you see this? These are all calls from yesterday. Look at that. All calls from yesterday. All yesterday. My call log is full. Some of these calls were 2 seconds. It's like not 2 seconds, but some of these calls were 1 minute. Some of these calls were 2. Some of these calls were 7. And I didn't get what I was looking for. Some days I cold call for the whole day. I get nothing. 2 days later, somebody that I called 2 days ago is telling me I left a message. And they're like, come on in for an interview. I thought that person, I didn't even care about that person calling me back. I was recording a voice message and I was laughing. I was like, hey man, the name is this and that. I do this. Have a great, fantastic, awesome, terrific day. Peace, man. Bye. I'm trying to have fun with it. I'm trying to enjoy the process, literally. And I'm affirming it to myself with emotions, with actions. And I know without doubt it will eventually become true. And I'll be totally detached. And I'm in the process right now, and hopefully you also can join me. With that being said,